Gareth, rugby is back, and how much are you, these months gone by now and you're back playing, how much are you enjoying it?
It's great, isn't it? It's really good. To be fair, I don't know what day of the week it is. That's really something that's struggling with. Kids are going to go back to school, which is good. But yeah, no, the fact that rugby's gone back, it's going back really well. We've obviously went really well. To be sitting in the position we are is great, which bodes really well going forward. And the squad's staying well, we're working well, and everyone's getting a run out as well, so it's good.
The coaches talked about the work that you guys put in during lockdown. I know better than most, you were working your socks off. You come back the leanest Gareth Steenson we've ever seen, I think. But
yeah.
How much has that helped in terms of the whole transition back into play? And you were able to go through stage 1 and 2 very quickly and get back to playing very quickly.
Yeah, it is. I think there's credit to a lot of the lads. Everyone worked incredibly hard throughout that lockdown period. I know when we came back in here, we were running good scores, and it's great to finally see it all. You're reaping the rewards. You're seeing how well guys are performing, how they're going, and they're only getting better, which is great. And to be at this stage in the season now, to be in a position where we're playing, games sometimes 4 or 5 days apart, it's really good, and it's credit that the guys are getting opportunities to play as well.
We know the strength of this squad, but we're seeing it in full technicolour during these opening weeks. The games are coming thick and fast, but the squad as a whole are really stepping up, and whoever plays seems to fit in seamlessly.
Yeah, which is great, and it's one thing that I was thinking, whenever the whole lockdown period was going on, that would be hopefully the case. We do have an incredible squad here. You're seeing guys who perform, who've worked really hard to prep teams for maybe a couple of seasons and never really got an opportunity to play, and now you're getting to see guys who are getting their chance to play rugby now, and you're getting to see how well they can perform, and that's what they've been doing for a couple of seasons. Obviously we've got new guys coming in who've worked incredibly hard to get themselves up to speed, who probably wouldn't have got playing as quick, but they've got in, they've worked hard, they're getting to play, and they're going well.
And obviously we've seen with the performances, 4 from 4, 19 from 20 points, speaks for itself. But this weekend, Northampton, what are you expecting?
Yeah, well, I think from what we've sort of understand, they're going to go pretty strong, which is great. It's a great opportunity for us to go up and hopefully put on a good performance. But again, whatever team they select, that's we've no control of. We control what we can control, and that's what we've talked about doing. We focus very much on that particular game at that time, and then we move on. We take the learns and we go to the next week, and that's what we're going to do again. We're not going to go away from the fact of what we were trying to achieve. We obviously come up against them in a few weeks' time in the Heineken Cup, but that's kind of irrelevant this weekend. It's very much about collecting Premiership points.
Past experience tells you trip to the Gardens, though, is notoriously tough. It's one of the toughest on the calendar.
It is, and it's one that I really look forward to. It's a real traditional rugby ground. It's a bit disappointing, obviously, there won't be anybody there, which would be completely different and completely new. But again, it's another opportunity for fellas to go out and perform, and that's the biggest thing. You get a chance to put the jersey on, you want to go and do it as best you possibly can, and there's Premiership points up for grabs, and that's what we're really looking to go and get.
A lot of people said you put down a statement with the performance you put in at Bristol. You were part of that, but like I say, it's seamless switching of players, but that was some performance that night, and a lot of youngsters coming in for first starts.
Yeah, which is huge, and as like I said earlier, these guys maybe mightn't have got the opportunity to play as quick as they have done, and they're playing it on a big stage. And that night, obviously to be in the position they were playing against a very strong opposition, and the top of the table clash, and we were in a position where they were in front, and then we had to come back from behind, and that's really going to be good for them and for their development going forward. And it gives a lot of confidence to those young players, but it gave an unbelievable amount of confidence and amongst the whole squad. Even the boys that weren't there that night, they were thrilled for all the lads that got an opportunity to play, and it's really buzzed, and the whole place is buzzing since that performance. I think even when we've seen the guys performing at the weekend again against Worcester, it was a superb effort by those lads. So we're going really well at the minute. It's obviously tough, but it's going to be a big fixture again for us on Friday.
What's it like 4 games in 2 weeks? Is it interesting as a player, and the games are going to come thick and fast still?
I'll be honest with you, like I said, I don't really know what day of the week it is. So I had to actually ask who we were playing this week whenever he came in after the Worcester game. It's different. It is, as much as it's tough, it's quite refreshing, because you can kind of get your head around, the weeks are quick, but you've got to try and get your recovery, and a lot of it's what we do is when we're on the field we have to really go after our training sessions, and we can't really miss a second, which is really good. And I think you're seeing that whenever we get to come to games, because guys we're used to not letting things go past us quickly. We know we've got to go fast, and hopefully we can do that again Friday.
Lockdown, it came out that you'd signed till the end of the season. How much are you looking forward to really wrapping this season up with a bang now? There's so much to play for, so many big games to play.
There is, and we're just sort of getting into it now. Now that we've actually started playing again, it's really exciting. You're seeing how we can perform, and if we can perform to our absolute maximum, what we can achieve. Because in lockdown, a lot of people can say a lot of things and you can talk a lot of things, but until you actually put actions on the field and to see the way we're playing, the hard work that we've put in, hopefully we can reap all those rewards going forward.
And the sun on your back, we're seeing the backs shining as well. A lot of people always talk about the pick and go of the Chiefs, but we've seen some great tries in recent weeks.
We have, yeah, and it's great because a lot of hard work's been put into that, and like I said, the last time we were playing it was blowing a gale and there was a few storms flying around and all that sort of stuff. But now, like you said, this time of the year traditionally, whenever we would normally have come out of the pre-season and we were starting the season again, we normally start quite well in Premiership seasons, and this would traditionally be the first week of the Prem, and we're 4 weeks, or what are we, 4 games in now into this block, and hopefully, like I said, if the weather continues to stay the same way, we can get ourselves up to October. Hopefully we can keep going on.
Final one from me, just the role you're playing in helping mentor somebody like Harvey Skinner, the role Joe Simmons is adapting now is a leadership role. He's really taking the team on as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he has. And it's great he's captain on the side. It's kind of a natural position anyway for a 10. I think it was the biggest thing that Joe needed to develop and work on, and definitely over the last season, we've seen him step up and be a real voice in the squad, and the guys are starting to look up to him now because he is performing as well. He's performing, he's kicking his goals incredibly well. He's leading the team, he's putting the team around the place. He's a threat himself. He's really developing into something special. Harvey as well. Harvey's another guy. He's probably the most developed player I've seen here, and like I said, if he continues to accelerate the way he's going, it's boding well for that in that position.